We are here with Truman women's soccer head coach Mike Cannon for the 2012 Bulldogs season preview. Coach, let's just go ahead and get started. We'll go kind of position by position to take a look at the team this year, what you've seen so far in practice, and what you're hoping to get out of each spot this year. Let's go ahead and start with your forwards.
Okay. Forward's probably one of our strongest positions. Last year we were pretty, we had 3 kids that scored quite a few of our goals. I'd say, Kelsey Twellman, senior, Olivia Hayes, another senior, Tricia Shoemaker were kind of our main attacking weapons. Obviously, older players, so some experience. I think Tricia and Kelsey both had 8 goals, kind of led the team, and Olivia's been one of our, she's in the top 10 all time as far as goals. So I feel like our attack is really strong. We're experienced, so we'll rely on that. We need to score a little bit more than we did last year, but we did score last year, which was nice. Midfield, I guess would be nice.
Yeah.
Midfield, we kind of had to retool it. We're still working on it a little bit, especially more like our central midfield. Like Kelsey Twellman kind of plays, depends on what formation we play, if she's a wide mid or if she's more of an attacking forward. But like Melanie Hunt had a good freshman year, but she's really looking like she's going to play a lot more this year. And then in the central midfield, probably like Suzanne Pelly, she's a junior who played a lot at like left back, was all conference as left back. We're trying her more in the midfield. And Annie Scornia, she's a redshirt junior, but another 4th-year player. Good ball winner, keeps it simple in the middle of the field. So we need a little bit more depth in there. Looking at some younger kids, and still trying to decide what kind of formation we're going to play, if we're playing with 2 or 3 in there. But I think our experience will be good in there. It's just a matter of if we need to gel. I mean, that's always a tough spot, especially as a possession team. And in the back, we didn't really lose anybody. So that was a plus. Kelsey Ridgway and Lauren Seawright were our center backs last year. Lauren had a really good freshman year, and Kelsey's been a rock for us, and she's only a junior. Sally Smith and Stasha Montgomery were the 2 wing backs last year. Sasha's a senior and Sally's a junior. So we're fairly experienced in the back. There's some competition though. We got probably on the roster, I think we have probably more backs than any other position. Just a matter of some of those kids could play maybe central midfield, maybe out wide in the midfield, so we have some depth in those spots too. But there should be some competition in the back. And then in goal, it's Emily Bosdek, pretty much. I mean, we have a freshman as well, but Emily's, it's her time to shine. So, and she's had a good preseason so far, and we look for her to step, into the line of great Truman keepers. She showed that she could play the last 2 years, especially 2 years ago when Jane Grisham got hurt. But yeah, I think we, again, we lost some key players, mostly kind of in the central midfield. But I think I like what I've seen so far.
Great. Let's go ahead and just take a look at the schedule just a little bit. Obviously, it's just switching to a new region this year. That's reflected early on with the first couple of weekends. Talk about the new region, what that means for you guys, and then those first couple weekends.
Sure. Well, new region, but old region for those of us that have been around for a while. So it'd be good to play some, playing Mankato and Winona the first weekend, and I guess it was like mid-2000s, back to the late 90s that we played those guys almost every year. So it'll be good tests. Mankato made the tournament last year. Winona won the Northern Sun last year. Both quality programs, so that'd be a tough 2 games to start the season off with. But we like to do that every year, and we did it last year, going down to Texas and taking on some teams too. So be good to get off to a good start with in the new region. Then we go up to South Dakota the second weekend and play a couple more Northern Sun teams, Augustana and Sioux Falls, which never played either of those. So those will be some new teams and our first road trip. So again, we've been pretty traditionally we've been very good at home. The years that we have excellent years, we're good on the road too. So that'll be a good early test to see where we're at in the region, and then right into MIAA play. So that'll some tough games as always. We throw in a midweek game with Quincy, another tournament team from last year, and one of our big rivals, one of our future big rivals again. So that'll be a big game, but we're at home for that one too. And then playing an extra game against Central Missouri, non-conference game, but tournament team as well. So, and then I'd say key ones probably are the Central Missouri conference game, Central Oklahoma conference game. 2 teams that are ranked ahead of us in the preseason poll, 2 teams that made the national tournament last year, 2 of our big rivals. And then every other game is important, just like in probably every sport. MIAA is tough. Doesn't matter what the record is. You go on the road or you're playing at home, and if they play pretty defensive, sometimes it can be a tough day. Even when you dominate, you have to score.
Absolutely. Well, Coach Truman, women's soccer has always been a perennial power here at Truman. Those first two games of the season, Minnesota State and Winona State, how big is that for the students to get out there and support the team that first weekend?
Big. I mean, it's I believe volleyball's in town as well. Hopefully we'll be taking the stage after football. Hopefully gets the first one on Thursday night on the road. Women's soccer and volleyball. Friday, Saturday, Sunday at home. Those are big games. Hopefully the weather will be cooperative. We'd like to get a good crowd out there to support us. I mean, it's you always play better in front of a big crowd. The late October games, sometimes when it's 40 degrees, you're not going to get as many people. So if you want to see some good, some high quality Division II soccer, these are probably two of the better teams we're going to play this year, right here in Kirksville. So it'd be a great way to come out and check us out.
Absolutely. This is the 2012 Women's Soccer Preview with Mike Cannon. Again, the Bulldogs open up on Friday, August 31st at 4 p.m. against Minnesota State at the Truman Soccer Park. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.